Hi folks, Joblot Comics here, and we're having a look at a Bronze Age Batman comic. This is Detective Comics 443, and it's a 100-page spectacular. So you get a brand new lead story, and then you get a whole lot of tremendous reprints. Yeah, this issue is really interesting because in the back pages of Detective Comics at the time, there was running a story starring this fella here, and it's Manhunter, and that's is that Walt Simonson? Yeah, Walt Simonson there. So the comic was I think it was actually Goodwin that wrote it and Simpson that drew it, and then it would run in the back pages of Detective Comics, little 8-page shorts, and then in this issue here, it brought the whole thing full circle by making the Manhunter and Batman team up for the last the last part of the story, Gotterdammerung, yeah. And it's so stylish. Look at this fantastic artwork. It's absolutely brilliant, and it's straight out of like a 70s political spy thriller. It's really dramatic, and Simonson, obviously in the 70s, he wasn't as well known as he became later after his work on Thor and stuff. But it's so stylish and it's so different for Batman. I'm not even sure if he ever really drew Batman after this. Maybe somebody else will know better than me, but it's just fantastic. And it was a really notable story because it has a bit of a shock ending. So if you don't know what happens to Manhunter at the end of this, then you're probably better off reading this before coming back and having a look. There we go. Um, Absolutely reeks of that 1970s movie thriller type story. It was very unlike anything that we'd seen in Batman before. Even the artwork is so different, and it's completely brilliant. So as I skip through the pages here, I'm just hoping that you're enjoying looking at it. We're getting towards the end, which I don't want to spoil. So if you don't know how this particular epic ends, you're better off not looking. Because it doesn't have a happy ending, which is very unusual. The whole Manhunter series was collected and reprinted, and you can buy it in an artist editions as well, one of those big over priced books with the original artwork represented. And wow, look at these tremendous splashes. There we go, isn't that just amazing? And like I said, this is a 100-page comic, so look at these old Golden Age comics. When's this from? 1941, reprints of the Spectre. And there's a fellow on YouTube that I watch all the time. Is it Comic Collector Geek Alan? And he's Canadian, I think, and he loves his Golden Age comics, and he buys all the old original Golden Age stuff. And it's so strange because over in the UK, I'm in Scotland here, everybody, and we didn't really have a sort of Golden Age of comics because they just didn't come over here. So seeing these old sort of Golden Age things here is a real treat because there was no way for us really to get them. And even to this day, you go to Comic Cons in the UK and Scotland, not that they have many anymore, but you very rarely ever see anybody selling Golden Age books. They are quite rare. And Alan on his own channel sometimes says, oh, mind you, look at this Silver Age Creeper. Glorious Ditko. Wow, I've got the 6-issue run of Steve Ditko's Creeper. In fact, I'm thinking they only did the first 3 or 4 or something. But yeah, you couldn't really get those Golden Age books here. If you go to, I'm sure he's called Comic Collector Geek. Is that right? His name's Alan. He's really nice, and he just loves his Golden Age books, and in particular, he loves good girl art. So you always see these really tremendous old books on his channel that we really don't see that much over here. There's the next issue, Attractions. And then look at this old Batman reprint here with Tweedledum and Tweedledee. Bob Kane's signature on it. Is there a date there? You guys can maybe see that. My eyesight's terrible. Is it 43? 1943? There we go. Batman had a real thing for those old Alice in Wonderland characters like the Mad Hatter, Tweedledum and Tweedledee, all that kind of stuff. And it's a theme that Grant Morrison really went for when he did his prestige format Serious House on Series of the Arkham Asylum graphic novel. Anyway, that's Detective Comics 443. I hope you enjoyed looking at that, and if you did, you might want to subscribe to the channel, which I would really appreciate. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.